Hello there. I enjoy it too. Alrighty. KOTOR is really good, but I don't know. I played KOTOR before. I played both of them before. Maybe at some point I'll do it. Oh, I got mail that I should pick up. There's dudes at the trainers.
I know every trick of the trade. Trust no one.
Let's get going then. I guess if there's no mail that isn't by... I would assume that they're by the Galactic Market anyway, so... Just head over there. Oh, there's one here. Everyone left Hutta. They all left Hutta. That's not surprising. I'd want to leave Hutta too. What a terrible place. Alright, good. Black Talon.
Nulilak apajam kamga. Amka nemnang. Ampa nemnang memua inok. Laporam amka. Mamni nikal. Nagnaya mamni kamgam.
That's good news.
Nanekari maraka amkam. Jakuk libik. Memarak neba. Jaki pemguana.
Story mode Black Talon. Easiest way to get 8 levels. Well, it used to be, then they nerfed the hell out of it. The XP that you get.
Tell the captain that I'll be back on the bridge as soon as I've done his errand.
Yes, sir.
Good to have you aboard. I'm Lieutenant Silas, second in command of the Black Talon. We're your ride to Kaas.
I'm sure the ship will suffice. How long till we reach the planet?
Shouldn't be more than a day. The Black Talon makes this run on a regular basis without much trouble. We're primarily a transport. In the meantime, your droid's in the conference room. We picked it up with the upgrades from Geonosis. When we docked here, it mentioned your name.
Sorry, I don't know what droid you're talking about.
Oh? The machine asked for you, so I assumed you were the owner. My mistake. In any case, it seems someone wants to get in touch. The conference room is down the hall. I'll be on the bridge. And you, soldier, when you're done playing honor guard, get back to your post. This isn't a luxury yacht.
Yes, sir.
Identity confirmed. Good day. I'm Advanced Protocol Unit NRO2. My functions are diplomacy, translation, manslaughter, and calumniation. I have an urgent message for you from my master. Please stand by for delivery.
Of course, one of his duties is manslaughter.
Who is your master, and how does he know I'm here?
This is Unit NR02 to Grand Moff Kilran. You are now in contact with the Black Talon.
Well, so I am. And it seems you've brought me just the person I've been looking for. My name is Rikus Kilran. I'm commander of the 5th Fleet, second to the Minister of War, and my personal favorite, the so-called Butcher of Coruscant.
The Butcher of Coruscant.
I wasn't aware that the military would be contacting me, sir. It's an unexpected honor.
No need for that. Military or intelligence, we're all on the same side. 6 hours ago, the Republic engaged in an illegal border skirmish on the edges of Imperial territory. One enemy warship escaped. That warship, the Brental Star, is carrying a passenger of vital strategic importance. Yours is the only vessel placed to intercept.
And my part.
How do I fit in?
I'll explain in a moment. The warship's passenger is codenamed the General. We don't know his identity, but the Republic believes he possesses military secrets, our military secrets. I trust the reports. The General must be captured or killed. Captain Orzik, the man commanding your transport, doesn't share my enthusiasm. He's disobeyed my orders to attack. Feel free to show him what the Empire does to cowards. Then commandeer his ship, find the Brental Star, and deal with the General.
I'll take care of it. If you're right, it's a job that needs to be done.
Truly it's comforting to find patriots in this age of skirmishes and border disputes. We need individuals like you if we're to survive the next great war.
I will lead the way to the bridge. Once Captain Orsic is deposed and our hijacking is complete, we may proceed to the Brental Star. Excellent. Then I will proceed.
Let's go take over a ship.
Please move aside immediately. Halt! This is a restricted area. Captain Orzik's command. You'll have to leave immediately.
I suggest you back off before someone gets hurt.
I'm afraid I can't do that. This is the command deck entry hatch. No one's allowed in until we reach our destination.
Time is limited. We must proceed to the bridge immediately.
Our orders were to treat any approach as an attack. You need to take your droid and move it.
I don't scare that easily.
You had your chance. We warned you. Blasters out! Attack! Attack!
We must proceed to the bridge immediately.
Just like that. Automatically just got a level just for existing there. Let's go.
If you are concerned about the loss of life, I assure you, the deaths of all injured crew members will be strategically insignificant.
Just like that, slowly but surely hijacking the ship. So normally flashpoints can't be done alone, however many of the new ones that they've created allow you to do them, or major important story ones. Otherwise, not a terrible amount that you're allowed to sit there and do alone. In order to allow you to do it alone, they give you a robot companion, who I have affectionately named Godbot, and how many people have named it that. The robot can't die. Well, not that I've ever seen at least. I've never seen him defeated. And he performs all roles, whether it be tanking, healing, whatever. So you can feel free to play whatever you want, and put your companion onto whatever you need them to do. But I put them on normally damage just to make it go faster, even as a DPS. And we're on the bridge.
All Marines have been neutralized, scanning for additional threats.
What's going on? Sir, stay calm, Ensign. Everyone stay calm.
No threats found. The bridge is now secure.
Where's the captain?
Tell me, who's in charge?
I'm Captain Revenant Orzik. I'm pretty sure I know what this is about. For the record, I take complete responsibility for my actions.
I understand, Captain. If nothing else, that should make it easier on the crew.
I'm glad it's worth something. You're here because of the Moth, aren't you? You must want the Bental Star's passenger pretty badly. Or maybe he just hates me. The Black Talon would be destroyed chasing a battleship. I've fought in the war before and I'll fight again, but I don't do suicide missions.
I'm not looking to make a martyr of anyone. We can complete this mission and survive.
I expect you believe that. I see it differently. Listen to me. You've managed to hijack one ship, and that's certainly impressive. But taking on the Bental Star is something else altogether. I might be able to get us close, but then you'd have to board it, fight an army of Republic soldiers, and somehow find the general. It's unacceptable.
We don't have a choice. Those were Moff Kilran's instructions. So, if we're going to survive, we need to work together.
I see. You're as much a victim here as I am, aren't you? Damn Kilran and his fleet, all right? I'm not ready to be branded a traitor just yet. We'll get the general. I'm not sure how, but we'll get him.
Let's get to work. We don't have much time.
Downloading new orders to all bridge consoles. Priority 1, intercept the Bental Star.
You heard the droid, everyone. Prepare to jump to lightspeed.
Emerging from hyperspace now. One Thranta-class warship on the scanners. Powering up.
Enemy is firing. Turbo lasers, missiles, and what looks like transport pods. I'm not sure.
Evasive maneuvers. Keep the pods at distance. They look harmless, but they'll latch onto the hull and cut at us with sabotage droids.
Evasive maneuvers. Aye, sir.
Sir, 3 shuttles on an intercept course.
An assault party.
The assault
We don't
party.
have sufficient defenses to keep them from landing.
Let them land. I can handle any borders.
This course of action is deemed advisable.
Security will meet you at the entrance of the shuttle bay. Defend the ship at all costs. We'll get you to the Bental Star.
So, for those who don't know, Black Talon has 2 different sets of bosses, depending on whether or not you kill the captain or not. If you kill the captain, they don't do the evasive maneuvers, and you end up fighting against the droids who come in, which is normally advisable. However, in the good side, he does the evasive maneuvers, but then you deal with the landing party, and you get to kind of fight against a squad of people who come on as your main boss. Neither of them are terribly different or anything, but if you want all your achievements, then you're going to need to do both sides numerous times. At least 25 apiece. And of course, get our 40 kills as well. It's not terribly difficult, just kind of AoE them all down if you have a strong AoE class like mine. You're going to see a lot of that sweeping, like suppressive gunfire. It's absurdly powerful, and one of the reasons why this class is as good as it is for just regular leveling. Just normally you get mobs of 3, easily encompasses all the mobs of 3, you just take them down. The cover system as well is normally pretty unique, especially for this game. There's not really any class that's like it that takes cover this way, other than the one on the other side, the Smuggler. Besides the Smuggler, though, you really have the same stuff. It just looks different, because the Smuggler doesn't use a sniper rifle. Which is why I think that the Imperial Agent kind of looks a little bit better. As someone will probably rightfully point out, if you double tap the ability, it automatically places the circle around them instantly. Normally I like to place it a little bit myself. You can kind of capture in different people that way or not. And if you could have saw there, if you got a quick look, you would have seen those are our enemies over there. That's what we're going to be fighting against. It's the first kind of what I laugh at being what's known as like a council fight, almost a little bit. You have to fight against a group of them in order. There'll be another when we do Hammer Station, which hopefully we'll be able to do by the end of Drum and Kaas. I'm looking to do this in order. So of course we'll take down the Doctor first.
You never should have attacked us.
All of them are just strong enemies. They're not,
Never should have attacked us.
anything special or anything. So you'd have actually seen the first proc of ambush.
I've beaten worse than you.
So there goes the captain, and the sergeant's down, and that gives us our achievement there.
We need you on the bridge.
So as you would have seen, you would have fought against this one here, the GXR-7 Command Droid. Would have been the main one there. But yeah, normally you don't. So you can. You also notice that we get better boots. Item rank 46 boots as well. Not a major deal or anything like that. Really, it's negligible, the sort of stuff that you get. But we've done as he asked. We've killed the boarders.
Damage reports from all decks. We're holding together, sir, but I don't know for how long. Make it last, Ensign. Don't let us down.
Please stand alert. Grand Moff Kilran's representative has returned.
I see you took care of the Republic assault. Welcome back to the bridge.
What's the situation?
We've survived the first wave of attacks from the Brental Star. Things will be calm until we enter fighter range. Another minute, maybe two.
Transmission coming in. Long range. It's a message, but it's not from the Brental Star.
Put it through, Ensign.
This is Jedi Ground Master Satil Shan, hailing unidentified Imperial vessel. I'm en route to your location with 16 Republic vessels. I'm asking you to retreat before more lives are lost.
The Empire doesn't turn and run so easily. Your ship brought this upon itself.
Mm-hmm.
You can make those claims if you wish, but we both know they're lies.
It's your fault. Oh,
Convoy was ambushed and I sent the
Sorry
star
about
ahead. We will reunite. I just crippled 3 Imperial dreadnoughts. I don't wish to destroy you. The peace between Republic and Empire is fragile enough already.
What about the stolen secrets aboard the Brental Star? Is the General upholding the peace?
The General can speak for himself, but I believe he does work for peace.
He doesn't.
Incidents like this are happening across the galaxy, but only because we let them. Leave the Brental Star to me. If you don't, then may the Force be with you. Because the men and women aboard that ship can hold you off until we arrive, and you will be defeated.
You're deluding yourself. The ship is already mine.
You've made yourself clear. But I suggest you prepare to face a Jedi.
An actual Jedi.
You may want to consider what that means.
Entering fighter range. The Brental Star is launching its first squadron. It's time for us to do the same. I assume you'll be leading the boarding party to go after the General?
Whatever's necessary to finish this.
There's one other thing. I promised you my help, so I brought you some supplies from the cargo bay. Someone on Drum and Kaas may be disappointed when they don't receive the delivery, but I thought our situation took precedence.
You're doing well, Captain. Continue, and we may make it out of this.
Hopefully.
We're all doing our best here.
I advise that you proceed to the shuttle bay. The flight to the Brental Star may be hazardous, but Grand Moff Kilran has complete faith in your abilities.
Right, so as I mentioned, currently right now there's a treaty between the Empire and the Republic. Ended after, pretty humiliating sacking of Coruscant. Lots of people got the names. Grand Moff Kilran got his for being the Butcher of Coruscant. Pretty vicious guy during the sack. At this point, the war isn't on, although that does change over the course of the game. The Empire and Republic will be at war with one another, but they're kind of fighting proxy wars everywhere, which is why, we needed to get the Hudson line, and we needed to get certain stuff controlled. But as it stands now, which is part of a very minor skirmish that's taking place, get some dudes back, or get the secrets back. There's lots of interesting stuff if you pay attention, for those who may not have played this game before, or have only played certain parts of it. There's some interesting facets in the story that get overlooked. Obviously, Kilran is a guy that you see on the other side as well, one who you defeat as the Republic. You defeat him in the sort of Revan storyline, which we will definitely be doing because it's very important, that Revan storyline. But we'll see as well that the General knows some stuff, which is interesting. The things which he claims that he's seen, the death weapons and such, are ones which we actually know from the game. the beauty about the agent storyline generally is that this is a storyline that encompasses all the different stories in the game. They'll make reference to different people, will interact with ones from different classes, or at least will be spoken to about different classes. But whatever the case, we'll see those as they come up, and I'll try my best to say all of them as well as I remember all of them. So as you can see up there, we also have this crippled defenses to defeat a bunch of Republic people on the ship. This will change. It's one of the staged ones that I mentioned at the end of last video of how certain bonuses, when we were doing heroics, when I mentioned that certain bonuses we'll start to see are staged. They'll be updated, as you can see there, and then it will continue. On flashpoints, this always takes the effect of having a bonus boss, which is normally very helpful if you're trying to level a character, or especially if you're trying to get really good gear. It used to be to get good gear. Not so much anymore with the gear. It's also good for CXP.
This is Protocol Unit NRO2. I hope you're receiving this message clearly, and that your flight was free of incident. Please hold for Security Coordinator Ensign Bukhara.
The Marines are on their way. They'll follow you in and hold each junction you secure. Try not to take too long. We're not a military ship. What you have is all you're getting.
Understood.
Appreciate the warning.
I have been scanning the Brentol Star's communications, and security forces appear to be moving to protect the escape pods. It is extremely likely that the crew is attempting to evacuate the General. You must retrieve or eliminate him before he escapes.
We'll have the General before the crew knows what's happening.
Excellent news. I will be in contact if the situation changes. Proceed to assault all defense points between you and the target.
Excellent. So, one of the things that, I was just thinking of during that cutscene was how it's going to work with the other flashpoints, the ones that you can't do alone. Those ones will be a little bit more difficult to show everything in, mostly because I'm going to have to be a little bit at the pace of the people that we're running with. As you can see, there's ones like Hammer Station, Aethys, Mandalorian Raiders, like these sorts of ones. They normally happen in between planets, so after Drome and Kaas would be Hammer Station, and after Balmoral would be Aethys, etc. And then it kind of continues that way throughout the story. And it makes sense because they reference the war going on, or the war about to start, or whatever. Yep. This is the Special Forces Commander. Our second boss, really, in this one. But I'll try my best. There's normally not a lot of dialogue. Like the Black Talon and SLS have a lot of dialogue to start. They're like the first flashpoints that you do, so they're meant to have a lot of dialogue. And the other ones that have a lot,
you're speaking to a Special Forces commander, Meat. Show some respect.
The other ones that have a lot of dialogue are ones that you could do alone, because they're normally pretty important to the story.
Tried to board this ship.
Now, I was thinking a little bit more about how I was going to play this character, and those who've probably noticed a little bit that I'm playing it as a very loyal Imperial. You know, you gotta have loyalty to something. Oh, there goes Commander Gilly. And we move on. So, with that in mind, the Agent storyline has a lot of different endings, as anybody who's played this game would definitely know. There's lots of different possibilities, and the decisions will be heavily impacted. They will heavily be impacted by how we complete Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. The endings will change pretty dramatically, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of work, but it'll be a long time before we finish Chapter 1. That's for sure. But I like to work at a pretty decent pace here, because you kind of have to if you ever want to see this finished. And then after we deal with the chapters, we'll move on with the story as best as we can. doing the ops in order, or the raids in order, will be a little bit difficult because it's hard to find people that will just raid randomly for these sorts of ones. They'll normally do the dailies. The dailies rotate, so we'll probably have to wait kind of certain days, see what we can get, and go from there. But it's certainly not fun to play a sniper class when you don't have all your abilities. At least ambush has been cooled down a fair bit. What they're doing is the 2 snipes brings it down from 2 seconds to 1.5 seconds, which can be lowered with alacrity, but there's really no point. It's better to go for critical. I mean, it's just, to lower it is kind of a useless endeavor, generally speaking. Silver bootstone. And let's kill this droid. Look at that, tremendous damage. This is the strong power of a early game sniper, a marksman sniper. And like the huge, wonderful issues that you have with energy. Very common as well, especially early. In prolonged fights, it's possible, and then you could just pop the adrenal probe. But if you're doing it properly, you really won't have that issue. Not really. And there we go. We've taken down that dude. So we got aftermarket. Aftermarket is... I could have sworn aftermarket was like Narshid Hub, but I guess not. Maybe it's just Belt 1. So I'm pretty sure we are getting past the Drome and Kaas levels of gear. So we'll be you're always awarded things that are based off of your current level, not where you should be doing it. There's definitely some fun ops and some fun stuff in the future. Gunning down the medics, and here we go. So now we're at the end-ish.
The escape pods aren't far now. You can make it on your own, General.
And what about you?
Demolition probe. Boom.
I will face my destiny. Go now, my friend. Where you are. I am Yadira Ban, Padawan of the Jedi Order. I was sent to protect the General, and you will not pass.
I was sent here to take your General. I think one of us will be disappointed.
Yes, I expect you're right about that. But I intend to drive you back, meter by meter if need be, just as the Republic pushed the Sith Empire into the dark of the galaxy.
In case you hadn't noticed, the Empire is back, and we'll destroy you.
Yes, we will.
You cannot destroy us. No more than a shadow can destroy he who casts it.
And there's our wonderful first Jedi that you will be killing.
Run, or you may stand your ground, but you'll go no farther.
I believe. Yeah, you don't really kill any on that.
I swear it.
Oh. Don't have my movement. So you're supposed to get out of that. There's, believe it or not, mechanics on this early one, but certainly not much. Nothing to be, nothing that's super impressive or anything. But yeah, our
I swear it.
Our early game ones are the early game stuff here is terrible. But it's incredible the difficulty of these Padawans, and then you'll see how regularly we'll be able to take them down. And this is, you know, some Flashpoint boss Padawan. And we'll just have the last defenders here. And we'll have reached the general. Kinda just got turned around.
You can put aside your weapons. I won't try to run. Besides, I doubt I'd make it to an escape pod without my intestines spilling out.
I take it you're the General. Grand Moff Kilran sent me to find you.
Kilran did? Of course. He would have the gall to send a transport to take on a warship and succeed. I was a general in the Imperial military service. Did they tell you that when they sent you here? Did they even know?
You were willing to sell out your people to the Republic.
If you knew what I knew, you'd understand. If you'd heard what both sides are plotting, you wouldn't be eager to restart this war. They're building doomsday weapons, shields that envelop planets, missiles that darken suns. Republic and Empire are planning to raise worlds, annihilate civilizations. It will be unlike anything the galaxy's seen since the Great Hyperspace War. And it's too late to stop it. The so-called peace is already lost.
If that's true, why defect to the Republic?
There's no place for me in the Empire anymore. I thought my last act might be to even the odds, create a stalemate. It doesn't seem to matter anymore.
No, it doesn't.
You have me then? Me, my stomach full of blood, and my implant full of cybernetic secrets and stolen plans. What will you do?
You're no use to me alive.
So be it. We're all as good as dead anyway.
Down he goes. So the general's dead. Apparently we got experience for that. Of course we got experience for killing the general. But he did mention some interesting stuff, you know, shields that envelop planets, like something that was built on Coruscant. Doomsday weapons, which is basically the entire Jedi Knight storyline. Is super soldier products, and, you know, death mark machines and rays and all that sort of stuff. There's lots of references to what the Jedi Knight does there.
Captain Orzik here. I understand you're on your way back. I assume congratulations are in order. Our Marines have been recalled to the Black Talon. As soon as you're aboard, we'll jump to lightspeed. Republic reinforcements could arrive at any minute.
I'm finished here. The General has been dealt with.
I'm sure Grand Moff Kilran will be delighted. Even I have to admit I'm glad he's out of Republic hands. I'll see you on the bridge. Congratulations again. Orzik out.
Orzik out. It was nice to keep him alive for a change. Normally you get a very different cutscene when he's dead. I think the droid kills everybody aboard the ship. Which is fine. I mean, if you cared about the ship, then that's one thing. But if you're playing like a full evil Sith, probably not going to be something you care about. And now we ride away back to the bridge. See, the thing is that I could have killed him for disobedience, but I'm not a Sith, and Imperial intelligence recognizes assets in people. They know when to kill off certain useful people and when not to kill people off. So when we had to kill that guy, that was because Keeper told us to. It was important to the mission. But killing Captain Orzik really isn't important to the mission.
Well, the heroes of the day return.
Welcome back, sir.
Indeed. I had my doubts. But you pulled this mission off.
No problem.
There were complications, but it's been handled.
I've no doubt. You've shown impressive judgment.
Grand Moff Kilran is eagerly awaiting your report. Should I put him through?
Go ahead. There's no sense waiting.
Opening channel now.
Well, how fortunate I could reach my friends aboard the Black Talon. The droid's been keeping me appraised of your work, but I've very much wanted to hear from you. How did the attack go?
The Brental Star has been disabled and the General is dead.
Pity you couldn't bring him back alive. Really, it makes little difference. You should be proud. This is only one of the many operations we're conducting across the galaxy. It's a new beginning to the war. The General was one of the greatest weapons the Republic had. A defector. And you've snatched him from enemy hands. I'll remember this. And I'll make sure you're rewarded.
I'm glad I could assist, sir.
So dutiful. I wish I had more soldiers with your attitude. But my words hardly matter. Soon you'll be joining us on the home world, and you can see for yourself what you've been fighting for. It should be inspiring. Enjoy the rest of your journey. Kilrun out.
And now we should be able to just ride this sucker home. So we got Stalwart for sparing the captain when we didn't spare... Oh, sparing the captain. Derp and not sparing the general. Yeah, so that'd be all of them. General doesn't matter what you do. So yes, we will go to Drummond Kaas from here. This counts as taking a ship there. As mentioned, you don't have to do Black Talon, but it's kind of recommended. It's a beginner flashpoint. I think they give you a speeder for doing it, if you don't already have something that you could use as a speeder. And we reach the first really big area. We're also level 18 finishing that, so we basically got 3 levels from that. We don't have a ship yet, but we will. Eventually. Not too far from now. Alright, let's log ourselves here.
Surprises me how clean you people keep your spaceports. If this were Hutta, I'd be scraping alien gunk off my boots. Of course, if this were Hutta, I couldn't be thrown into prison for spitting the wrong way. So come on, Agent. You're going to welcome me here to the Imperial homeworld?
I'm surprised you've never been here before.
I avoid Imperial space. I want to die in a cantina fight, not ticking off some bureaucrat. Anyway, let's head down to the city. Keeper wanted us to see the Citadel. I'm guessing it won't be hard to find.
Time to move, then.
Oh, absolutely.
So we're told to travel to Kaas City, which we probably won't get to for a little bit. No, for a little while. Yeah, we are definitely not getting to 70 by the time that we finish Narshada. Not even with anything. So we either grind the hell out of it or not. I mean, even with like double XP, I didn't get that far. Anyways, we got a couple of dudes here we got a dude to talk to over here. Commander Rylan.
Welcome, sir. I'm Commander Rylan. We have an emergency on our hands and could use an extra officer on point. Something is stirring up the jungle beasts, which makes the route between here and Kaas City hazardous. Several individuals traveling on foot have disappeared. I've even had reports of jungle beasts attacking speeders.
Send a strike team to put down these predators.
I've already tried that, sir. The results were unexpected. I dispatched 2 commando teams into the jungle to clear out the beasts, but they never returned. An emergency holo message came through from one of the team leaders. I'll play it for you.
Repeat. Landing beacons are emitting some kind of energy. Power surges are driving the beasts mad.
They're driving them
close enough to
insane.
reroute power. Lost my team. Beasts closing in. Need reinforced.
Well,
sensors confirm unusual energy readings in the jungle. The spaceport's landing beacons appear to be the cause.
Just tell me where to go.
Thank you, sir. I'm glad you're here to help. The spaceport's landing beacons are scattered throughout the nearby jungle. You'll need to reroute power on all of them. I'll track your progress from here. Return when you're done. Good luck. The jungle predators are fierce.
they aren't that bad. They make it seem like the jungle predators are, you know, some vicious, brutal enemies, but they really aren't. The harder thing is truthfully getting 6 to kill while you go up this road. It's very easy to take this passageway up here and just kind of not kill any of them. But Jesus needs a new flagship. Oh, there you go. The beauty of Drummond Kaas chat. So homeworld chat, like whether it be Drummond Kaas or whether it be Coruscant, is normally interesting. There's lots of there tends to be a fair bit of people on here. But it's also pretty imperative to remember that I am currently on an EU server, despite being an NA guy. because I wanted to show some different stuff, play a little bit without all of my gear and everything else, because it makes it kind of boring when you just have everything there. Get some achievements that pop up. That was the third beacon that's disabled. I'm gonna go grab the first down by him. So these missions tend to be very easy. The ones that are not purple tend to be kind of one-off sorts of things. Go here, kill some people, call it a day. Your purple ones for your planetaries, however, could be a lot longer. They could require multiple steps, require to do something before and then do something afterwards. And this is pretty normal, especially for planetaries and for, as I mentioned, class quests. Like class quests near the end of the game could be more aggravating in what they'll make you do. You know, go here, collect a bunch of shit, and then, you know, come back to me and talk to me. And then go back out. You'll get missions which will send you out to the middle of nowhere. But these basic ones you could kind of do in a circle.
You did it, sir. According to sensors, all energy fluctuations from the landing beacons have ceased. Analysis indicates they were deliberately sabotaged to drive the jungle beasts insane. I am transmitting a full report to Kaas City. I trust you'll find this payment satisfactory, sir. I apologize if I delayed you. Good day. Good day. Alright, so pretty easy. And that's what those sorts of missions are like. I mean, as you saw in Hutta, there's a little less, like, there's going to be a fair bit less plot for all of them, especially as you get into the planets. You can tell that the writers, like, stopped, you know, putting a lot of emphasis in their plot in the later chapters.
Hello, gentlemen. Kind of an unusual place for a guard post, yes?
Yes, sir, that it is. When the speeders were pulled off the line, people started braving the deeper jungle, trying to make it to Kaas City on foot. Had a few deaths, some of them VIPs. Captain Tolto sent us to keep people out and poke around a bit, see what's out there.
It's nice to see the Empire protecting its citizens.
Yes. Some assignments are definitely better than others. We managed to take some data readings, even some hollows. Big nasty critters out there, nothing to mess with. Our runner, unfortunately, is down a leg from the experience. If you're headed back towards the spaceport, could you give the observation disc to Captain Tolto?
I can and will. Keep up the good work, men.
Thank you.
So, this is a prime example of a mission that's just purely lazy. Go down, go talk to this guy, come back up, go talk to the guy again. I mean, it's just flat out busy work. Captain Tolto is right across from Commander Rylan.
Captain Tolto, I have the recognizance from your guard post in the jungle.
Appreciated, Agent. This is what I needed. I'll start moving to warn everyone off that path until we can get some full cleanup squads.
Good. See, just status report, that's 5,000 experience. We're acting like a courier. So, normally each planet is broken up into, for lack of better words, 4 different districts. They correlate with where you're going to be doing your major quests. They tend to move you from area to area to area in each planet, which would be like a zone, and move you from there to there. So in this case, we have the Unfinished Colossus, Lord Graythan's estate. Technically, Kaas City counts as one, although you don't do anything, and the kind of palace area afterwards. Lord Graythan's estate's a pretty large one. There's a fair bit to do. The Unfinished Colossus has some stuff, but not a lot. More heroics than anything else. And, yeah, that's about it here. Like I said, Kaas City kind of counts, even though there's not really quests that are there. There's a couple in the unfinished area of Kaas City before you get into the main ruins area. As you can see, someone's off to go do the Mandalorian quest that's here. Those gold guys are pretty tough, and they kind of want you to not go through here. But with level sync and with everything else, it's not what it used to be in difficulty-wise. And it leads to a heroic that's right by here to go kill some Mandalorians, which we are not going to do. But we will pick up this outpost, which for some reason doesn't get discovered when you get close to it. Might as well pick it up and continue along our way. So we won't get to the main interesting storyline here, arguably, until later. Still work our way towards Kaas City, where we will get another quest. Dromund Kaas has some pretty nice questing paths. So it's not like Hutta, where I feel like I'm running around, you know, missing stuff and running back and forth from, you know, Fothra's Palace 3 times in a row. But still, it's jungly. Sometimes the terrain is a little bit of a pain to navigate. Sometimes you get graphical glitches, apparently. Your computer just explodes. But the other thing that they did is they changed over time your ability to use speeders. And they have unknown speeder paths, I guess, which we'll talk about after we talk to Sergeant Torkin.
Finally, someone who can keep their head in a crisis. Rebel slaves hit my team in the jungle. They stole weapons, supplies. As if that wasn't bad enough, the idiots ransacked our spires for parts. Without those components, we've got a lightning spire building up dangerous energy levels. It'll crater half of Kaas City if it blows.
How long until the spire explodes?
I can't say for sure. We should have at least enough time to avert the disaster. Most of my men ran off. Some tried to reclaim the spire parts, but the rebels cut them down. I came back here for reinforcements. We need to recover the components the rebels stole and get that lightning spire back online before it goes critical.
The rebel scum will wish they'd never touched the spires.
Excellent. I'll hold off raising the alarm for a while longer. The rebels are camped along the river. Blast them down, pry the stolen components from their hands, and then reinstall them at the spire. If the river runs red with rebel blood, I'll throw in something extra.
And so that last little part was a reference to the bonus mission, which is basically to go kill some rebels. But what was I saying about the speeders? So back in like 3.0, up until 3.0, you weren't allowed to go on speeder paths that you hadn't discovered. So there was a lot of exploration in the game, and it was like forced exploration. It was like, you know, you had to go out there and do all that sort of stuff. But I don't know. Apparently there isn't a bonus mission. Let's kill this headhunter. Just double check. Make sure everything's all good. Like you stunned both of us. No, nothing. Interesting. So Khalil back to heal. That is a really beautiful benefit of the new stuff. That's a spire control. We don't need any more spire controls. We need modulators and other things. That's the shield. I can't see them. Come on. Anyone? No one? No one. Lots of people on the taxis there. That taxi service is kind of cool. That only goes to and from the Citadel. So when someone's doing that kind of, oh my god. Not a lot of good luck here for our last piece. Capacitors. Yeah, see, we cleaned out this entire area and absolutely nada. There we go. So, as I was saying, we used to have to explore a lot more. Getting interrupted over myself and the frustration of not being able to kill what I want to kill. Yeah, so you used to be able to really go around a lot more and explore. I'm not saying that that was better. It was much more tedious. And back in 3.0 and before, this was before Knights of the Fallen Empire was released, you had to do every quest in an area. Now, there wasn't level syncing the same way that it is now, i.e. you don't have to really worry about enemies. Like, if you were really over-leveled, it was fine, but you also didn't really get experience for quests that you were over-leveled for. The whole reason the bonus series existed was to catch people up when they inevitably didn't have enough experience when finishing the planetaries and doing everything. So all these missions now that I don't need to do anymore, they were ones that you had to do.
You can relax. I replaced the spire components.
I was just about to call in evacuation orders for the city. Well done. The
Well
rebel
done indeed.
slaves will think twice before tampering with Imperial property again.
Yes, they will. So those rebelling slaves will be a big deal. You know, Droma Kaas has a couple of slaves, some would say, you know, 1 or 2. And we've discovered Kaas City. And we got our entire map of Kaas City for doing all of that.
Do you require medical attention?
Now we won't get any of our main stuff until, like our actual gear, until we start doing our purple quests. And there is a purple quest. There's a purple quest right here from us going inside. And a Minder 20 will give us another little side quest.
A second of your time, please. Minder 20, Imperial Intelligence.
I'm assuming you have Keeper's clearance to approach me for this.
Cleared and processed. No point in dodging procedure. You're a new face on Droman Kaas. That presents a unique opportunity and a small window in which to use it. I need you to meet a man. Go where he says and do what he asks. There's little danger. But you must not question him.
Brief me and I'll begin right away.
The man is named Manda, and he is in a local cantina. Tell him the Lord of Sorrow sent you. Good luck. We will not speak again.
So this quest is a funny one, in which it basically teaches you how to go around the city and go to different areas. Now, if I'm correct, that one over there... Oh no, that wing one is actually a real quest. There are some that are related to strongholds, which show off like super briefly, but I have no, you know, it's free experience.
Knew a guy
So
went to
this
a
is-
sick party once.
Oh.
He was the entertainment. Came back wrong.
Let's actually do this one
Had
off.
to
So
put him down.
you could talk to your
This place
companions.
is messed up.
You could talk to your companions here. Only when you're in a rest zone. Sometimes you have to be on the ship, particularly. So we could talk to Khalil here.
Think the Hutte smell is off my boots. Should have kicked in more faces while it lasted.
You talk about violence very casually.
I'm a casual girl. You and me against the galaxy. Just sweat, blasters, and good times.
You shoot high, I'll shoot low.
That's the spirit. Let's get moving.
So that's normally your first one, which is an introduction for that. And I'll go over influence and that sort of stuff after we have a little conversation with Menda.
Manda, the Lord of Sorrow sent me.
Listen carefully. I can say this once. A Chiss security officer stands at the bank. Hand him this gambling chip. He will give you a small item and further instructions. Now walk away casually.
So as I said, this is just to try and get you to run around the city. Companions and influence also changed with 3.0. So as I mentioned, the leveling changed, the gearing changed completely, and that changed again in 5.0. They were all around the world when it came to different gearing changes for this game. But companions changed, probably I would argue the most throughout all of it. The huge change that they can do anything, that there's no more having to level them up with points. They just kind of unlock their quests as time goes on. It was a big deal. So over here we have a PvP mission terminal. This just introduces you to basics for PvP, introductions to war zones, and introductions to starfighters. But this guy, Wing, actually does have a quest for us.
7 brutal, bloody murders. 7! And the killer is allowed to walk free? Decent, law-abiding citizens, loyal servants of the Emperor are being slaughtered. And what do our security forces do? Nothing. I've seen the killer myself, but the authorities say I don't have enough proof. I demand justice.
Why are you yelling at me?
You haven't heard about the horrible murders, ghastly crimes, and I know who committed them. Several days ago, I spotted a bounty hunter following people seemingly at random, but pointing a strange device at them. The descriptions of the murder victims exactly match the people the hunter was following. He's behind these brutal killings, I know it.
He needs to be stopped.
Well, what a relief. I've been trying to get someone, anyone, to listen to me for days. I followed the killer this morning. Saw the filthy alien skulking into the Mandalorian enclave. Someone called him by name, Redigan. This bounty hunter must learn the Empire doesn't tolerate alien scum like him killing its citizens. He needs to be punished.
So we will talk to Rennigan, as mentioned as well. That's the Stronghold guy, which we're not gonna really do. I mean, there's no point in really doing it. But yeah, companions changed a fair bit to be able to do anything, and their missions, which a lot of people may remember from earlier, they used to be tied to the level of influence that you had with your character and the different points that you got, and that was when, you know, someone approving or disapproving something, it meant a big deal, and you gained and lost points with them. And it took a long time to be able to unlock all the quests for them, which was why it was a bigger deal to show you in the Legacy that the Imperial classes, that someone could have all of these unlocked. You know, these are here available to all characters when unlocked. You get different presence bonuses, and presence is funny, like it used to not be presence, but these were only unlocked when you finished all of their quests that they had. Normally the first person in each of them gives you, like here, 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 and here, would give you quests to kind of go off-world, like ones that were more important, but all the other ones were just ones that you would speak to, and they would have quests when you were talking to them. But they required, like I said, a lot of influence with them, and you only got that by doing conversations and by giving gifts. Nowadays, that's not relevant. You get those quests automatically, just for existing. However, the influence bar here, as you can see, the different ranks up until 50, they basically change. It says they're plus 300 presence when summoned. The presence influences their ability to heal, to tank, to do damage. You have one at 50, will do more damage, more healing, more tanking than someone at rank 6. So it could just kind of changed it to that. So the alliance gifts and like the alerts that you had will do eventually, they were just tied into that now.
I have a gambling chip for you.
And I have a package for you. Do not open it. Better if you don't even look at it. There is an NK line droid. I'll show you where to find it. The package goes there. Long live the Emperor.
Long live the Emperor. And we keep on chugging along here. This should be the last one that we need to do for here. And then most likely what I'll do is I'll finish up the sport hunting one. It shouldn't be too long. And then we'll call it before we start the Imperial Intelligence stuff, because there's like a lot of dialogue and a lot of conversations that we want to go through.
I have a package for you.
For me? How wonderful. And I, in turn, have something for you, to show appreciation. If we have not caught the Republic's attention with this sequence, they simply aren't paying attention. Empire forever.
Empire forever. So we hit level 19, and we could fast travel to the Mandalorian Enclave. Really nice that they added in those fast travel points. Makes it a lot easier to get between them, to get to and from them, especially when you've got recall of like 1,000,000 times to go there and talk to whoever it is in Imperial Intelligence.
I've got a shuttle to catch. You mind getting out of my way?
Fleeing the scene of your crimes, Rennigan?
Just my luck. 10 seconds later and I would have been off this blasted planet. You've been listening to Wrightson. Great. Listen, I didn't murder anybody. I was just hired to tag some random citizens, that's all.
You didn't ask why you were hired to tag random people?
I got instructions, not explanations. Seemed harmless at the time. I had no idea my clients would kill those people. I was hired by a group of Sith to organize games for them. Didn't realize what that meant until bodies started piling up. When I confronted them, they laughed. Said Sith have a birthright to hunt lowlives. It's like a sport to them.
There's no telling what will give a Sith pleasure.
And that's why I'm trying to get as far away from Drummond Kaas as possible. I'm in over my head and too many people are watching me now. So I can't even leave. I need help, and I'm willing to pay for it. You interested?
Tell me what I can do for you.
I just want this problem to go away. And I only see two ways for that to happen. Either get rid of the loudmouth pointing fingers at me, or end that sick game the Sith are playing.
I think your clients need to find a new hobby.
Works for me. I'll have a plan that'll get them so good, no one will have to worry about fallout. Take this hunter tag. Use it on Sith acolytes all around the city. the Acolytes will become my client's new targets. Don't worry, I'll make sure they survive. Come back when you're done, and I'll pay you.
So that's obviously the logical choice here. I mean, it's just tag the Acolytes. The thing about being an agent is, as we will see throughout the course of the story for the agent, that the Sith are constantly interfering. And this is just an example. You know, when you play a Sith warrior, you're all powerful, you can kill whoever you want, you could run around and, you know, do whatever it is, and you could be that sort of pure blood sort of attitude. But not everyone wants to do that, and for the Empire to succeed, as we'll see a character do in this game, they need to evolve, they need to change.
Kaas City, all shiny and new.
And one person tried, didn't make it, but it got close. And he brought up some interesting ideas and changes that ended up sowing the destruction for the Empire over the course of time. I mean, the Republic had its own issues, and it went down as well, but they both suffered from major, major issues. Anyhow, let's talk to Rennigan again.
My client's already ambushed one of the Acolytes you tagged. Wish I could have been there. Attacking Sith is a major crime, even for other Sith. I sent the authorities an anonymous tip to watch the Acolytes closely. When my clients jumped the ones you tagged, they were arrested and executed. Best work I've done in a long time.
Ever consider a career in intelligence work?
And give up all this excitement? No thanks. My loudmouth friend ought to shut up, now that the killers have been caught. That should make life easier. Here, take these credits. Couldn't have pulled this off without you. See you around, friend.
Excellent. So we actually got our first piece of requisition targeter's gear for doing that, which is interesting. I thought that would have had enough without it, but that's what happens. So it was important to do. We got our first piece of gear from the Kaas saga from that. And we will head in here. That is, I believe, PvP over there. Yep. And we're not going to head inside yet. We're going to head right outside the door because there should be some leveling that we get to do. A little bit of boosting. So, as you can see, I guess maybe not actually. Hey, would you look at that? Oh no, there is.
I have some information.
So cover pulse, that's a good one. It's a knockback. Scatter shot, which you never use. Distraction, which is unbelievably important as an ability. But scatter shot, I really don't use. I don't know. Throw it on there for now.
This concludes our business.
Take this off. Take that off. I have a very particular setup for this, and you have to change both. So next time, what I'll do is we'll start up here. And we've kind of cleaned up Kaas City, the introduction to Kaas, and done our first flashpoint. So, we're going to show off the cool little healing animation. Arguably one of the best basic ones that's there. So take it easy, everyone, and probably tomorrow I'll pick it up here and hopefully get through Kaas, the 3 sections that we need to do. But it'll be a fair bit to do in one setting. But we'll see what we can do. Alrighty, everyone, take it easy. And this will be on YouTube, hopefully shortly. Alrighty, bye.